This is a breaking news alert from 24-Hour News 8.
Breaking right now, 17 are dead and 14 hurt in that Florida shooting. The president just spoke. We're going to have more on that in just moments. But first, we are dealing with our own school situation in Grand Rapids unfolding.
Students evacuated at C.A. Frost School after Molotov cocktails were found. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Emily Leonard.
And I'm Susan Shaw. Let's get straight to 24-Hour News 8's Heather Walker, live on the scene to tell us what's happening at C.A. Frost. Heather?
Yes, just moments ago we watched as about roughly 300 students from C.A. Frost Middle High School were evacuated from the school. We are told from parents that they're actually just down the street on Colville at a church. That's where we're being held right now to keep warm. Obviously it's a little cold out here. You can see behind me there's still a large police presence. Here's what we know. GRPD has confirmed that 3 unexploded They were not exploded. Molotov cocktails were found inside a locker. Police are now working to get in contact with the student who owns that locker. Bomb techs are also on their way. You can see this area has been taped off in front of the school there. Now, we did speak to a mother of 2 students, well, a mother and a grandmother, Chris Andre, and just moments ago, we were together when you actually saw your kids safe.
Yes, I've seen them walking down to the church, and they are safe. That's all that matters. Hopefully we can get this under control after yesterday. We don't need that.
Right, and it's important to note that right now we have not heard of any injuries in this incident, but obviously scary regardless, but even scarier because of yesterday's school shooting in Florida.
Yes, it is. I don't know what these kids are going through nowadays, but we need to figure some way of counseling, getting in touch with these kids better than we are.
Absolutely. And you've been texting with your kids, and they said they're actually still scared, even though...
Still scared and hungry. It's lunchtime. And so I told them they're letting the parents pick up the kids if they want. So I'll just take them home and feed them. Be glad that they're safe.
Absolutely. All right, and as you can see, police out here, we're hoping to get an update here in the next few moments. Oh, okay, they just said that they will be briefing us shortly, so we're hoping to learn more about who brought those Molotov cocktails inside the school, how long they were there, and what the intentions were, and also if there was anything else found inside that school. We're going to stay on scene and work to get those answers. Reporting live in Grand Rapids, Heather Walker, 24-Hour News 8.
Okay, Heather, and we're just learning that parents of students at C.A. Frost Middle High can pick up their kids at Union High School. So the place to go for parents, Union High School, to pick up those students.
Of course.
And hopefully we will be checking back in with Heather when she hears more from this briefing.
Certainly will. Again, to recap, 3 Molotov cocktails found in a locker, not exploded. Nobody was hurt in that situation, and parents being told to pick up the kids at Union High School. At the same time, there is a large police presence on the northeast side of Grand Rapids. 24-Hour News 8's Marvis Herring is live at that scene. It's near Fuller Park. Marvis?
Good afternoon, Sue and Emily. Yeah, we're here on Mayfield Avenue Northeast. That's between Fulton and Lyon. I want to show you what we're seeing right now. We've seen a handful of Grand Rapids police officers arrive here to the scene in the last 10 minutes or so. They were meeting. They told me that this is still a developing situation here. They've been going up and talking to people at these homes. They have not said if this is connected to that situation that Heather just told us about at C.A. Frost, but they did arrive here shortly after we learned of that situation unfolding there. Again, I spoke with some Grand Rapids police officers who said right now they couldn't tell me what exactly they're doing here, but that it is an active and developing situation. They asked us to move back a little bit, saying that this could actually be a dangerous situation. So we are staying in contact with them, trying to figure out if this is in fact related to that C.A. Frost situation with the Molotov cocktails. No confirmation on that right now. Once again, we're on the northeast side of town. We'll be asking those questions like Heather mentioned. They will be having a briefing coming up here hopefully during the noon show, and we'll be able to update you a little bit later in the show. But for now, we are reporting live on the northeast side. Marvis Herring, 24-Hour News 8.
Okay, we'll continue to follow those situations developing every minute. We'll be on top of it on 24-Hour News 8 at noon, also online.
Let's get back to that breaking news at a Grand Rapids school.
24-hour News 8's Heather Walker live on the scene, telling us what's going on there, learning new information by the minute. Heather?
Sick today, the student whose project was out today, and so while we were certainly glad that we took every precautionary measure to make sure students were safe and secure, we're learning now that this was not a serious incident, but as with any situation like this, when you have reports like this, you have a suspicious item, we're going to put the student and staff safety first, and we took all those precautionary measures.
So these were not real Molotov cocktails. This was a school project on World War I.
That's exactly correct.
I mean, clearly emotions are running high, John, after what happened yesterday down in Florida. This was a situation where you guys took it every bit seriously.
We sure did, and we're fortunate that our friends from the PD and the fire department, they were rapid response. We had our team here. We got the students and the staff out safely. We had a nearby church that cooperated with us. And so, in some ways, this was a good exercise in the sense that we have processes and procedures in place to ensure student safety anytime there's a critical incident or a crisis
What's going to happen with the students now?
The students, I know, and Matt can talk to this, we're going to, as one more precautionary measure, we're running another dog through the building right now. Students are at the nearby church, and likely within the next hour, they'll be coming back to C.A. Frost Middle High School. The original plan was to reunite the students at Union High School. Now that we have more information within the last hour, we recognize that we're probably 10 minutes away from doing an all-call safe and secure, and Matt can talk more to that.
Okay, so you want parents to come to C.A. Frost to pick up their students, or are students going to stay in school for the remainder of the day?
The students, the reunification site is at C.A. Frost Middle High School. Students are at the local church. They will soon be transported back to the school here, and we'll have the all clear at that point. We are running a robocall, text message, email that has already gone out to parents, alerting them, and that's what I know.
Awesome. Okay, and we're joined by Grand Rapids Police Department Captain Ostap Pavic. Please tell us how this is today.
A student in the school identified something they thought was suspicious, alerted the school, as we hope all kids would do, especially in today's world. To see something, say something, any of those types of things. So that student identified something, passed that information on to the school contacted us. As a matter of fact, we had an officer coming here just for a school visit anyway, just to check in, and the school security from GRPS alerted that officer. And then our protocols went into place as far as how we were going to respond. Seems like a big event, but in the end, that ends up being a good thing for the safety of the students and everybody around here. So now it's just a matter of time till we finish up a few of the things that we do as far as our protocols. Like John said, with the accelerant sniffing canine, just for the peace of mind of the school and everybody else, we're going to run through and then we'll give the all clear to the
What did the school project look like?
The initial report, I haven't seen it, but I think it was some Molotov cocktails or something along that line.
So it was actually a Molotov cocktail, but it was
some
more of a
fashion of
project.
it, and it was more of a, I don't know if it, the typical bottle and rag and all. I don't know exactly what it looked like, but it was something suspicious enough where one of the students thankfully alerted staff.
All right. All right, so thankfully it was a false alarm today. Everyone is okay. Again, it was not real Molotov cocktails. They were not intended to hurt anyone. It was actually a school project about World War I. However, another student saw it, was concerned, and rightfully so, the day after a mass school shooting in Florida. But again, everyone is safe here, and in the next few minutes, at least in the next hour, the school will be all clear. And if parents want to pick up their students, you can come to C.A. Frost, not Union High School. Again, you can pick up your students at C.A. Frost. Reporting live in Grand Rapids, Heather Walker, 24-hour News 8.
Okay, Heather, thank you very much for the update. So, huge relief at C.A. Frost, and the system really worked because a student saw something suspicious and it was checked out. Kids were brought to safety, and now parents can either pick them up or they can continue with school that day at C.A. Frost. So, authorities just briefing Heather and, of course, giving the all clear, and then all things are safe.
And Grand Rapids public school officials and the police playing it very safe.
That's right.
Reacting very quickly, so this ends.
Right.
Well,
handling that situation. And of course, as Heather mentioned, after what happened in Florida, you could never be too safe with the kids, and everybody snapped into action at C.A. Frost. The situation is resolved and everyone is safe, and it was simply a school project.